sell. Plus Valentine's flowers that last. See how to craft paper roses. All that and much more right now on AM Northwest. All right, coming up next on AM Northwest, see how to create a Valentine's bouquet that looks great and lasts forever. Thanks for watching AM Northwest today. We all love to get an arrangement of roses. Unfortunately, they don't really last forever. Or do they? Here to share how to craft a beautiful bouquet out of paper, we welcome DIY designer Lia Griffith. Good to have you with us, Lia.
Thanks.
These look stunning. So let me start with these over here. You say these are kind of kids' arrangements, or what the kids can make.
Yeah, on our site we do all kinds of different things. And so we have some things that are a little bit more focused towards kids. We have these huggers, coupons, all these things. And this is to add that little extra touch of DIY into your Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, they're adorable.
Right.
They're absolutely adorable.
We have some little bears here. These are felt roses, which is a little different take.
Oh, they're cute. Okay, and then for the adults, I love these over here. Tell me about these.
So we have different paper flowers. You know, today we're focusing on the roses, which we'll make one of them a little bit later. And I made this bouquet with the on-trend colors of blush pink and copper, because that's what's hot right now out there in the fashion world.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's, it's a little different, but if you want green, of course, you can do green.
Right.
And it just adds a little bit more of a, designer look. We have some different flowers here as well. And then also just to kind of show, if you want to give a chocolate candy bar to someone, why not wrap it in a pretty wrap? And we have those. Yeah.
Okay, show me how to make these flowers then.
All right.
I know we have a glue gun, and I love glue guns.
Yes. The paper that I use, this is something very specific. I never use cardstock for my flowers, and a lot of people do, and it comes out looking really crunchy.
Yeah.
And to get this soft, sort of realistic look, I use this lighter weight paper, and it has a pearlescent finish on it.
Yeah,
and for the blush, I actually ran it through my printer and put this watercolor wash, and you can find that there as well on my site. And this gives it that really natural look. And then I've pre-cut all of these for us, so we don't have to see here. I know, that would take forever.
Yeah.
And as you can see on the leaves, it's also, this is copper paper, so it came just like this.
That is really
pretty.
But
look how light that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing that I do, I'm going to give you some scissors. This is kind of my little thing that I do. I always curl my petals because it makes them look soft.
Okay.
I'll use this edge of my scissors, just very softly, and we'll just, on two sides of the petal, just curl it. And you want to do it soft so you don't get any ridges. And I've pre-done yours a little bit so you don't have to worry about, I've done this a lot.
Oh, I kind of bent mine a little.
Yeah, if you go a little bit softer and maybe a few more times, it won't bend.
But I see, you did a great job with these. These are looking wrinkly.
And also, if you do, the two sides, that will help because you know how roses, they kind of curl back on two sides. Every rose is different, so there's nothing imperfect that you can do here.
This is pathetic. Okay. Say we've got that. Because you've got those already curved.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our floral wire, if you'd like one, and I'm going to use these little pliers. And we'll just make a little loop on the end. And this is just to give it something to grab onto.
Okay.
So you can see what I've done there?
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't finish this one. While you're doing that, I will finish my last one.
I'm looking at your last, okay.
Okay. Then I gave you this one right here.
Okay. So starting with a smaller one.
Yes, the smallest one. And I've actually prepared, we have 3 different sizes here. We have the smallest, a medium, and a large, and we have 2 of each.
Okay.
And that will make the whole complete. And this one I call my garden rose because it's that really big blooming rose. Where this one down here is a smaller, we have this in different sizes, but it's a different rose as well. So there's a lot of variety that you can pick from.
Okay.
So I'm going to slide, there's a little hole right there. You just go ahead and slide the wire in.
Yeah, got that.
And take one of our petals. And you have to kind of hold it with your hand while you're doing this, but we'll take one of our petals and curl it. You know how the center of a rose sort of has that circular? And you have a hot glue gun, right?
Yep.
We're going to add a little bit of glue right here. And once you have that sort of held, you can kind of just pop it.
Oh, so you're putting the glue basically on the stem.
Yes, to hold the stem into place, and then you can go ahead and put a little bit of glue on that petal to keep it curled. so this will be the center of our rose.
Okay.
And glue strings. You'll always have glue strings.
Okay.
I love using hot glue, but I always use low temperature because I don't like burning my fingers. So this works perfectly fine for, and you can get these at craft stores.
Okay.
Okay, so we have this going on. Now we're going to just put a little bit of...
Me not quite. Listen, follow her, okay?
Great job.
All right.
She did it.
Follow her. All right.
So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right at the base of my second petal, and then we're just going to curl it around the first one. And it can be a little bent and natural looking. I mean, I think if it's too perfect, it doesn't look so good.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. My goodness. Okay. All right. Okay.
And then I'll do my third one as well. So when you're done, you have something that looks like this.
Look at that. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
You keep going.
Now I'm going to take my second.
I'll attempt to catch up.
I'll tell you what, this is the hardest part of the rose. Once you're done with this, it's easy. Okay, I'm going to take the second small and put that on my wire and do the same thing where I'll put a little bit of glue on each petal. Now you'll want to rotate it so that it comes out, you know, kind of...
Oh, just so it looks natural.
Yeah, you don't want it to stack behind each other, so there's a petal behind a petal. So your second one, because we formed the circle, the center, you'll want to kind of adjust them a little bit.
Okay, you keep going.
I'm going to keep going.
And we're going to need to kind of wind things up here, but I tell you what, for everyone at home, we're going to put a link to your website for all the directions on how to make these beautiful,
and the patterns,
and the patterns,
and the wash, everything.
And all the great advice. You just keep going.
I'm just keep going, and I'm doing this to every single one until I finish with the last two large ones, and then we'll come out with this beautiful rose.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Coming up next, a Mardi Gras performance from Norman Sylvester and friends. Don't go away.